All righty. Welcome in, everybody. This is episode something of the Playbook Podcast. I'm actually curious to know how many episodes we've done. I'm gonna actually
Probably
pull
over
this
100.
I'm gonna pull this up here. We used to, when we just recorded and put them on, we would count them. So we did 36 normal episodes and then we swapped to live, and it looks like we've had roughly about the same 2 3, so yeah, we're 79 videos total. So
Wow.
I guess this is either 79 or this is 80. I'm not sure, but either way, welcome in, guys. We're glad to be here. We're excited. We got a pretty good show lined up here.
Yeah.
I do have the BYU Arizona game on my other monitor. So if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at that because this guy Trey here, his favorite team is playing.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm a UNC fan, guys. I've always have been.
He's not a UNC fan.
Because of Michael Jordan. And
he's not a UNC fan. How many times has he talked about UNC? How many times has he talked about BYU? It's not even close. He's a BYU fan, but it's okay. We'll let him believe what he thinks is real and what's not.
Yeah.
We're going to jump right into this. We have some pretty big games to talk about, obviously. Oh, my goodness, Arizona going on a little bit of a run there. Close game, 11-10 right now. But we got some games to talk about. We got some I almost said some NFC. We do have some NFC. But we have NFL. We have NFL to talk about here. Bro's the Tech, BYU, Utah, Anaheim hockey, Duke fan. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like, yeah.
No,
he likes UNC. Okay, sure. You forgot Kansas City, Travis. He's a Kansas City fan too. So yeah, he's a fan of everybody. Oh, Patriots fan too. He was a Bucks fan. I mean, he's all over the place. But
anyways, I'm not a Bucks fan, that's for sure.
Well, you were a Bucks fan when Tom Brady was there, so.
I thought you meant like the Milwaukee.
No,
Bucks.
Not the Milwaukee Bucks. No, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And I was also with the Patriots fan too because of Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. You're a Patriots fan, so you're probably going to say, "Oh yeah, I'm a Patriots fan," and they're in the Super Bowl. No. But yeah, we're actually going to talk about that real quick, guys. We got two games: the NFC Championship game, the AFC Championship game. The AFC Championship game, I don't think there's as much to talk about. That game was crazy because about halfway through the third quarter, it turned into a blizzard. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Tom Brady, he wasn't. I was thinking the wrong guy. Romo is the guy that was. I wish Tom Brady was announcing that game, but it's okay. Tony Romo, I don't know what happened to him, but man, he's not a very good commentator. I don't think anymore.
It's because of Mahomes. It's not the playoffs.
He's just. It's definitely something, but Romo said in all his playing years and all of his years in the booth, he hasn't seen conditions switch that quickly before. Midway through the third quarter, it just started pouring snow. The Patriots were able to pull out a very close victory, 10-7, in a defensive battle. Drake May threw 86 passing yards. You know, if you saw the conditions, you'd understand. Jared Stidham threw 133. His longest was a 52-yard pass early. And then he really didn't get much going after that. But Drake May did add 65 yards on the ground and a touchdown, which ended up being enough to win them the game. But yeah, Patriots pull it out. They play against a very, very good Broncos defense in a very tough conditions in Mile High in the snow. So they are back in the Super Bowl. I believe it is their, if I remember correctly, it's their 12th or 13th Super Bowl appearance, which is kind of crazy. But I'll ask you this. This is kind of the question that we have posed here. What would a championship for the Patriots mean in this era without Tom Brady and Bill Belichick?
Well, first of all, everybody go give us a follow on Apple Podcasts. We launched last week. I'll also repost my Facebook page and also subscribe and comment. But back to this question. First of all, another thing too. Can we just calm down on Mike Vrabel and Drake May comparison to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady? Let's calm down for a second about that. Here's why I say that. Because one what Brady and Belichick did, the closest thing we've seen to it is Mahomes and Andy Reid. And that's the closest thing we've ever seen to it, probably. Because what Brady and Belichick did with us in that 20-year dynasty, that 10-year dynasty run, like it was amazing to see. I mean, we probably won't see that ever again. But back to the question, though, I think it'll mean a lot to New England, because they were they were trash. I didn't watch a single quarterback. I mean, Mac Jones was pretty good his first year in the NFL, and then he fell off the cliff, big time. Okay, and then Robert Kraft fires Bill Belichick, and after that, they were like 4-12. Like people thought the Patriots were done. People are looking at Boston Celtics more than the New England Patriots. Okay, now I think I'll probably give it like a little bit of readvantage of their team overall or organization overall. But that's how I see it. I think it will mean a lot. I think it'll mean a lot to Boston because I think Boston can that great sports town and whatnot with the Bruins and the Celtics and the Patriots. I think it'll mean a lot to them. I think Dre May might be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL probably because that guy's a stud. I mean, he had a rushing touchdown. He made the right play. He didn't force anything. Remind me of a little bit. I will say this though. I think Drake May has a better so far stats than Tom Brady did in that early 2000s era.
Yeah, he's better than young Brady.
Yeah, he's better than young Brady. I'll give you that. I think it did kind of remind me of a little bit of the 2000 Patriots a little bit that era because if you watch those games back in the day, I watched old games. I like sports overall. I like watching old games and new games too. I just enjoy it all. Nick can tell you that too. I like to watch old games from every sport.
Yeah, he does.
And that's like the history of it. I like all of it. And if you watch the old Patriots, when the offense was doing terrible, their defense helped them up and stopped everything. They kind of rebuilt. They kind of like carry Brady in the offense. And Brady at the time too, he wasn't allowed to pass the football. He had to run the football with his running back. But he made the right play. Drake May is a baller. Their defense is really good. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought I think if Bo Nix was probably playing, it probably would have been a closer game than it was. But man, it was a good game though. It was a weird game, but they won, and I think Patriots fans should be happy about this.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they're in the Super Bowl. If Bo Nix was in there, maybe it would have been closer. Maybe it wouldn't have. It's definitely hard to tell. It was such a snowy game in that second half. I think either way, with or without Bo Nix, is going to be a defensive battle. But yeah, I mean, being back in the Super Bowl this quickly after a new coach and new quarterback, Drake May's in his second year. He's really developed a lot already, and he's only going to continue to get better. The kid's 21 or something like 22. He's young. Vrabel is a great head coach. They're just going to continue to build. They're going to continue to get better as a team. So yeah, this is huge. And a chip would mean, it'd mean everything, to Robert Kraft and the ownership and everybody in Patriots Nation and all that. It would mean that, we're not just Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. We're a well-run organization. I think it would mean the most to Robert Kraft. Hey, I can build a team. I didn't just get lucky because I drafted Brady. I didn't just get lucky because I got Bill Belichick before he really became, the Bill Belichick we know. And it would mean that he can build a team from the ground up, regardless of who it is. He can find the right head coach. He can draft the right quarterbacks. So yeah, I really do think that it would be a big deal for them. But yeah, it was a good game, a weird game, slow game. If you like defensive games in inclement weather, this is definitely the game for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good one overall. But yeah, going over to the NFC title game, this one was a bit more interesting in terms of excitement. There was more points scored, obviously. Seahawks won 31-27. It did look like the Rams had a chance going down late. Their guy muffed a punt. and that kind of ended the game. That was really, really tragic. Matthew Stafford was incredible. 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, 127 passer rating. I think Stafford was elite, incredible. Puka Nacua, 9 catches for 165 yards and a touchdown against one of the best secondaries in the league. Puka's ridiculous. Whoever said that he can't win against man coverage, ask Witherspoon how he did against man coverage. Witherspoon's one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, and that didn't go very well for him. So Sam Darnold, he's the man of the hour here. 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, super efficient, 25 of 36, 127 passer rating, just like Matthew Stafford. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 10 catches, 153 yards and a touchdown. I don't think Jake Bobo caught that ball for that touchdown, but that's neither here nor there. That was a very interesting call. If that one's a catch, but the one in Buffalo's not, I don't know. But the question is, the Seahawks are back in the Super Bowl after, a little bit of a drought since Russell Wilson had left the team and the Legion of Boom kind of disbanded. I don't think Bobo caught it. He was bobbling the ball. He didn't survive the ground. It was very interesting. We don't really know what a catch is anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can call the Bills one an interception and then call the Bobo one a catch. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. I will leave that up to the NFL refs. If I was a fan of either team, I'd be more inclined to debate that. But we don't know what a catch is. The NFL referees don't know what a catch is. Nobody knows what a catch is. So it is what it is. It was still a good game. I still think the Seahawks would have won regardless because he did not fumble out of the back of the end zone. So they would have had another down to get that touchdown, which they likely would have just gotten with Kenneth Walker or somebody like that. But Sam Darnold plays incredible in the biggest game of his career against a very good team, leads his team to the leads his team to the Super Bowl. So what would a Super Bowl win mean for Sam Darnold, and what would a Super Bowl win mean for the Seattle Seahawks?
So here's the deal. I'm going to tell you something right now. I think everybody is probably needs to shut up about Sam Darnold, including myself. I will admit I kind of question his credibility to win. I think after last season, I think we're okay. Maybe let's see this get a different offense. This guy leaves Justin Jefferson, and arguably the best receiver in the NFL, goes to a different team with Jigba, and Jigba, by the way, is a baller. Okay.
Oh yeah, Jason.
Kenneth Walker is a baller too. Okay, they're both. I mean, here's the deal. If he wins a chip, I'll tell you this: Sam Darnold will actually be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I don't care. I mean, you can't tell me otherwise. I don't care about the defense. Last year, look at JJ McCarthy this year. Look at his stats for a second. This is JJ McCarthy with the Rams, and with the Vikings. My bad, with the Vikings. JJ McCarthy this year. I know he was injured at one point, but he has 11 touchdowns and 12 interceptions with 1,000 yards passing. This is Sam Darnold this year, according to Pro Football Focus. Sam Darnold has an 80 passing grade, by the way. He has 25 touchdowns with 14 interceptions and 4,000 yards in passing. Last year, Sam Darnold, with Justin Jefferson, with a good offense, had 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and 4,000 yards in passing. This guy really finished his career. He really did. I mean, if you would have asked me 5 years ago that he would have 35 touchdowns, I would have thought that you're stupid and you're lying. That's what I would have thought about you. This guy was underestimated by a lot of people. Okay. The fact that, here's the deal. His biggest critic is Stephen A. Smith. Dude, Stephen A. Smith said that he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, bro. I mean, this guy's amazing. He's just amazing, dude. This year, I will admit, I criticized him a lot this year on the podcast. I did. I take it back. Sam Darnold, to you, I'm sorry, bro. Forgive me, bro, because, dude, you're a baller, bro. I mean, you brought the Seahawks were in a bad place after Russell Wilson left. They had Geno Smith. They had I don't know who the quarterback was last year. I forgot. I don't even know his name. That's how bad they were, bro. You don't even know this. You don't even know Seattle's quarterback's name.
It was just Gino last year.
It was Geno.
Yeah, it was Gino.
Okay, he was bad last year. Okay, this year, dude, this guy's a baller. I mean, he made plays when it mattered most. People thought his oblique was gonna like hurt him and hurt his game. It hasn't, bro. This guy's a dog.
Yeah.
And props to this guy. A Super Bowl win will actually put this guy at top 10 quarterback. Now, Seattle wise, I think Seattle's a compete like a legit threat in the years to come now because that defense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
That defense has the lowest has given up the lowest points since the Legion and Boom.
Mm-hmm.
If you're up the Legion and Boom, guys,
it's a good defense.
And if you're up there with the Legion and Boom, you're doing something good.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing something really great, actually. That was like 10 years ago. This is how good his defense is, and Cooper Kupp too. That was a good pickup from them. Like Travis said, I think DeMarcus Lawrence too. Now even though he was a Cowboy last year, I mean that guy.
He had the only sack of the day for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So
and that defense is really good, and that offense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So props to the Seahawks too, and I tell you what, they're my pick to win it all. I think this team is just that good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, my thing was when I picked the Rams to win this game because I thought that Matthew Stafford was going to make more plays than Sam Darnold. They ended up making up the same amount of plays, and the game came down to a muffed punt. I mean, that's how close this game was. That muffed punt really sealed the deal for the Seahawks, but Sam Darnold was elite against a very good defense. I don't think the Rams have the best defense or, top 5, but they have a good defense. And he didn't turn the ball over. He played within his means. He made some very good throws. That pass to Shaheed, that was a dime. And shout out to the trade for Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed has been excellent, an excellent pickup for them. He's been awesome. He gives them a vertical threat that they didn't have before. Lets Jackson Smith-Njigba work in the middle, work outside the numbers. And, Rashid Shaheed can just be wide open way down the line. So it was a great game. Huge win for the Seahawks. Obviously, being back in the Super Bowl is obviously what you want to do. But yeah, I mean, there was the fumble too. I forgot who had the fumble for the Rams. Was it Stafford that fumbled?
No, let me see.
I don't actually know who fumbled.
Someone did fumble. I tell you what, though, I think that last try was unfortunate for the Rams with picking the Tua. I mean, I thought from the broadcast point, it looked like it was out of bounds, but it was in bounds.
They probably should have had one more pass. I mean, they were still very far away. It's a Hail Mary situation, but shout out to the entire staff of the Seahawks. Mike McDonald, the head coach, Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator. I would be shocked if Clint Kubiak was not a head coach next year. If the Seahawks get to keep him again, I mean, sure, I guess, but he was, Clint Kubiak's awesome. But a Super Bowl win for Sam Darnold would mean that I think he's already completely changed the entire, way that anyone should talk about him. 14 wins last year on the Vikings team that did not do good last year, or did not do good this year. 14 wins on Seattle, first seed in the NFC. This guy's he's just a winner. He just wins games. He, puts his teams in good spots. And this just really goes to show, I still don't think Sam Darnold is a top flight quarterback. What I mean by that, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, those guys, the tippy top best of the best. I don't think he's that level. But this goes to show, if you're in a good system and you give your quarterback trust, you give your quarterback weapons, and you put them in a good system, they can produce. It's the same thing with Mac Jones. Mac Jones this year was very, very good for the 49ers. And, he's not a very good quarterback, but he was in a great system. He had a lot of good weapons. Not, he had Christian McCaffrey, which definitely helps. But, this goes to show how important systems are, how important weapons are. And just shout out to Sam Darnold for playing within his means. And he makes some pretty excellent throws on the run. I feel like he's a very good passer on the run, and he's accurate. He's on time, and he doesn't really turn the ball over. He hasn't turned the ball over in the playoffs. So he did in the regular season, but he hasn't very much in the playoffs. So yeah, it'd mean everything. It would mean a bunch to the Seahawks, getting back there and winning again. So they'd get their get back on the Patriots for the last time. So yeah, Sam Darnold is an incredible game manager. He manages the game very well. He controls the offense. He has complete control. Clint Kubiak trusts him. Mike McDonald trusts him. All those guys. So yeah, really cool. Excited for the Super Bowl. You picked the Seahawks to win. So just for
it's preview next week.
Yeah, we'll do a preview of it next week. So I won't make my full official pick, but I'm leaning towards the Patriots just because for the show's sake. So we're not.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I think the Seahawks are a better team, but I don't know. I just get a destiny vibe from this Patriots team. So
I tell you what,
I don't know.
I mean, Mike Vrabel is a heck of a coach, man. He knows the Patriot way. He won.
Yeah, he's a great head coach. Great
guy
head coach.
He was a player for the Patriots. He knows the Patriot way. It's unfortunate Tennessee fired him because of how big he is and how intimidating he is. So
yeah,
it's a stupid reason to fire him, but
Yeah, for sure. So going back over to the Rams, there's some speculation that Matthew Stafford might retire. So do you think he'll retire? And if he does retire, do you think he's a top 10 QB of all time?
So I thought about this a lot. I saw people talking about it today on TV from Colin Cowherd talked about it today. So did Steven, so did First Take, and so did NFL Live and Get Up and whatnot. Nick Wright, I forgot. I hadn't watched this episode yet. I was too busy throughout the day. But here's the deal. This guy has back problems at the beginning of the season. But he overcame that. I think he shouldn't retire. I think he should give it one more go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is arguably his best year in the NFL. He had 45 touchdowns this season. He's the MVP for a reason.
Yeah, he'll be the MVP.
If he doesn't win the MVP, then I tell you what, every sports writer out there should
he
be
was first. Yeah, he was first team All Pro. I don't see how he's not the MVP.
I tell you what though, if he's not, dude, I tell you what, every sports writer needs to be investigated like immediately. That's how I see it because I know who votes for them, and I know Fox does too. But I tell you what, he better win the MVP. He's the MVP for a reason in my book. He has every category, and like the top 10, top 7 categories in quarterbacks, yards, and comebacks and whatnot, and accolades and whatnot. I think you should give him one more go around. I think Aaron Donald might come back next season. I know he's kind of mentioned it on his YouTube channel. He might come back. That's what he's saying. That's what reports are saying, that he might come back next season. So if Aaron Donald comes back next season, I think he should stay and play. But if he doesn't, I think he still continue to play no matter what. It's unfortunate. That one drive was unfortunate. I mean, he was just outbound. It was a good throw. He was just inbounds, and it's unfortunate that happened to the Rams. Now, top 10 QB wise, I think he is a top 10 quarterback. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's better than Johnny Unitas and Johnny Manziel and not Manziel. Not Manziel. I'm thinking about someone else.
He's definitely better than Johnny Manziel. I'll give you that one.
Some Graham guy. I forgot his name. I don't even watch football like that. It's from the 60s and 50s, bro. I don't watch the 60s football. But as far as I've seen, football players I've seen, I think he's better than other people I've seen. I think he's better than Troy Aikman. I think Troy Aikman was, like you mentioned earlier with my uncle on the podcast, that he was, without Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith, what is he,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I think he's better than, Drew Brees. Drew Brees is good. Probably right there with Drew Brees. Probably right there. He's just that elite. I think he's a top 10 quarterback no matter what happens, if he retires or not.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sean McVay was asked about it, and he said, obviously, if Matt wants to come back and play, that he's going to be the starting quarterback for the team. I am not sure if he's a top 10 quarterback if he retires. I thought if he won a Super Bowl MVP, and regular season MVP, he might have been able to get there. I'd really have to think about it and, pull out my list and do some cross-referencing and figure a bunch of stuff out. But yeah, I'm not quite sure on that. I think he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer with an MVP and a Super Bowl ring. But again, I don't know. I'd have to look at it, really, check the stats, because he is an all-pro, first-team all-pro, most likely MVP, has a Super Bowl ring. But I think he's definitely a top 10 talent. I'll tell you that much. He is most definitely a top 10 talent ever. I think he has a top 10 arm ever. He makes some throws I think are absolutely insane. From the pocket, throwing all the way to the far left hash, 30 yards downfield. It's his arm, the arm angles he can throw out, the velocity of the ball. I think he's a very, very good quarterback. I'd have to really think about top 10, but I think he's definitely.
So I have his accolades right here. This is Matthew Stafford's accolades. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a comeback player in the year 2011. He's an all-pro 2 times. So I think 3 times now with 2014, 2023, and 2025 probably. He's a Pro Bowl offensive MVP. Most passing attempts in a single season was 727 in 2012. The most fourth quarter comebacks in the season, which is 8 in 2016. The fastest player to reach 40,000 career passing yards. The fastest player to reach 50,000 career passing yards. The first player to complete 60% or more of passes in every game of the season back in 2015. And this year, he's obviously 4,000 yards in passing and 46 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely up there. I'd have to really think about it, pull out my list. Maybe we'll do an episode about that one day. But yeah, if he does decide to retire, he's had a heck of a career. He's a great quarterback. But we'll move over to the AFC a bit, kind of some different coaching things that happened. So I kind of will go through these pretty quickly here. So the first one we're going to talk about is Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott, the Bills head coach, did get fired. He was removed from the team. I did see that Phillip Rivers interviewed for that job, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly who they're going to end up with. Let me see who else they've interviewed real quick. So they've interviewed Phillip Rivers. Oh, okay. He's been with Phillip Rivers withdrawals from Bill's head coaching job. Okay, cool. So Brian Daboll, who was their coach a while back, he wasn't their coach. He was their offensive coordinator. He has come back and interviewed for head coach. Let me see here. Who else? The Grant Udinsky. But yeah, there's just a couple guys here. But what do you think? What do you think who do you think the Bills should look for? Should they be more defensive focused, more offensive focused? Yeah. And do you think that firing McDermott was the right move? What's up, Aaron Simmons?
What's up, Aaron Simmons, bro? How you doing, man? Sorry to hear about your Steelers, Aaron Simmons. I know you're a Steelers fan, so sorry to hear about your favorite coach, Mike Tomlin.
We're about to talk about that.
We're about to talk about that in a second, bro. Because I thought about that, especially with Mike McCarthy. So, number one, Sean McCarthy. I'm gonna talk about Mike McCarthy.
Sean McCarthy.
Sean McDermott. Okay, I think this was a dumb move to fire Sean McDermott. Here's why.
Okay.
Sean McDermott. There's a report saying Sean McDermott went to the owner's GM that, hey, we don't have the pieces to win a championship. Can you please get something in the trade deadline? And the report's saying that he didn't want to do that. Josh Allen believed in him. Okay, he believed in Sean McDermott. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think it was a dumb move for them to fire Sean McDermott. It was a dumb move. Because there's no good coach out there except for probably Brian Daboll, who you're familiar with. Mm-hmm. I think with Phillip Rivers, that's the stupidest thing if he would have hired Phillip Rivers. He coaches high school football, and that's all he's done. And it's not like J.J. Redick, two different things, two different sports. So I think this is a dumb move from the Bills. I've known that Josh Allen's gonna be in the same interviews, the interview coaches too. That's what I've heard from. That's what Schefter posted on his X on X and the ESPN. Yeah, he did. He did. I know that, but I think that was a dumb move for them to want to interview Phillip Rivers, Aaron. But this is a dumb move on the Bills. Who are they gonna get? I mean, Josh Allen believed in Sean McDermott, and it's not my fault that the Bills had no number one receiver on their field. He could have gotten Jalen Waddle to trade deadline, but y'all didn't do that. Dalton Kincaid was hurt half the season. He was good in the postseason when it mattered most, but he was always hurt. You had Amari Cooper, who was really good for that team last year, and y'all let him go. Y'all could have signed him back. Y'all could have gotten George Pickens in the offseason. You could have gotten DK Metcalf. Okay. I think that this was a dumb move on the Bills. I really do. Sean McDermott went to the GM's office and he said, "Hey, please help us out. This is not Super Bowl roster." But you know what he did? He didn't hire him. He didn't do anything. He didn't get anything in the trade deadline. So I don't think this was a good move on the Bills.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, I get what you're saying, and here's where I think it would be a good move if they get Clint Kubiak. I like Clint Kubiak a lot. He gives me Ben Johnson vibes. His offensive scheme is fantastic. I think Clint Kubiak with a guy like Josh Allen would work wonders. But if they can't nail him and they end up just getting another defensive guy, I'd be legitimately worried about the direction because, you are right that I don't think that Bills team was ever good enough to win a Super Bowl this year. Yeah, we were like, well, there's no Chiefs, so they have to go do it.
Yeah.
The Broncos had a better team. The Broncos team was better. Their defense was better. They had more weapons. Cortland Sutton would be the number one wide receiver on the Bills every single day and multiple times on Sunday. You know what I mean? I think the only spot where the Bills really had better weapons was running back with Josh Allen, with not Josh Allen. I mean, he's kind of a running back sometimes, but with James Cook. So, in my eyes, if they don't get a guy like Clint Kubiak, I would be kind of concerned. I'm trying to see. I guess the Bills have requested to interview Rams pass game coordinator Nate Shilahassi. I mean, he looks like he's 15. He's obviously older than that, but he looks very young. I'm not so sure about that. I don't like hiring guys like that straight into head coach. I think coordinators, you have to at least be a coordinator level. But yeah, Phillip Rivers did withdraw his name from the head coaching position there. So I don't know. I think that Josh Allen is going to be heavily involved in this search, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't think your quarterback should pick your head coach. I get it. It's Josh Allen. I understand. He's an MVP. He's one of the best quarterbacks. I understand. But I think the GM should pick the head coach and, obviously have Josh talk to him, hey, blah, blah, this or that, or have him have a conversation. But I guess Josh Allen's very heavily involved in this quarterback or this head coach search, which I get it. You want to appease him. You don't want him to leave. But it's not like the NBA where these guys are kind of running the show. It's more of a team focused league than the NBA is. So I'm not so sure about that. I genuinely don't know who they're going to get. I think if they get Clint Kubiak, that's a home run. I think that will justify losing. I think McDermott's a good coach. I think Sean McDermott is a good coach. And unless you get a guy like Kubiak, I'm not sure you're going to get anyone better than Sean McDermott would have done. Because if you think about it, a lot of the really good head coaching, a lot of the good head coach candidates already gone. Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah, he's gone.
We're going to talk about some other guys here in a little bit, but Stefanski's gone. I thought he was a good one. I guess Mike McDaniel wasn't really in the head coaching mix. He's the Chargers offensive coordinator now, but he's not available. There's some vacancies that are already being filled, and I just don't know who they're going to get. But again, we will see. I don't know. I genuinely just have no idea unless they get Clint Kubiak, which I would really like that. But
Yeah, and what's your thoughts about the Jim getting promoted to some operations in the NFL?
who?
The Bills GM.
Oh, I mean, I guess sure. I don't know.
Because I know
Uh,
people, I know it's getting a lot of criticism too in the media. So
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's. I don't think that that's going to affect much, in my opinion. But I think I'm interested to see who the Bills end up hiring, who the head coach, because I don't feel like there's very many great candidates left, unless because we don't even know if Kubiak wants to leave. We don't even we know that Seattle is going to try everything they can to keep him, but we don't know if he's going to leave. So I genuinely don't know. But moving over to our favorite team, Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys hired Christian Parker as the defensive coordinator. He was the Eagles DB's coach last year, the cornerback coach. What are your thoughts on this? And do you think this was a good move for the organization?
dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thank God that you got to get rid of Matt Eberflus and replace him because Matt Eberflus. And by the way, anybody that hires Matt Eberflus, like if the Bills hire Matt Eberflus, I think the organization is cooked.
They're not going to hire Matt.
They're cooked, bro. They do that. I mean, oh my gosh. But I think him and Matt McCarthy are terrible coaches and terrible football minds. But I think it was a good move because the Eagles' defensive back was really good this past season.
Yeah, their secondary was very good. Yeah,
And then the nickelback too was a good nickelback at secondary. So I think this is a good move for the Cowboys. I think Jerry Jones is finally. I think Jerry Jones is trying to figure it out. It's him. I don't know if Jerry Jones hired this guy because he probably his son did, his younger son.
So I mean, I think Shoddy hired this guy.
I think he did too.
I don't think this doesn't seem like a Jerry move to me. Jerry Jones would have gotten Brian Flores or somebody. I think this was Shoddy.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Jones family is stupid. So that's how I felt about the Jones family. Go watch the documentary, you'll see what I'm talking about. They're all stupid, except even his daughter too. So I think they got a good defensive coordinator. That's what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we needed. We were literally dead last in every category on defense last season. Literally, they were dead last. And Travis, you're right. Jerry Jones would never hire a rival coach.
Yeah,
he would never hire a rivals coach. So
yeah, I mean, this is a Vic Fangio disciple. So I mean, I think Vic Fangio is a great defensive coordinator, a great defensive mind. So I really like this. I think we'll see. If the Cowboys can hit on their 2 draft picks, this is where Jerry really has to show up. There are 2 draft picks this year. There's 2 first rounders. They should both be defense unless I don't even know. I don't even know who offensively. If Jeremiah Love was available, I guess because you could trade that pick because a lot of people want him. But if try to get any of the guys. If Caleb Downs is somehow magically available at 12, you get him. If David Bailey is somehow magically available at 12, you get him. It'll likely be Sonny Styles, one of those guys like that. But get a linebacker or a corner or a safety or something. If they hit on both of these draft picks, and Quinnen Williams is still there, they're able to sign some guys to get that D line short up a bit. Hopefully they can draft edge. I would love to get David Bailey on that team. Oh, that'd be incredible. But I just don't see how David Bailey or Caleb Downs will be available. Those are my 2 favorite guys for the Cowboys, but I don't see how either of them are going to be available at 12, barring a miracle.
Yeah.
But I like this a lot. It seems like a shoddy move. He's 34. He's young. He's very good at what he does. He was a very, very good defensive coordinator. He's a very, very good DB's coach. He really got that secondary over at the Eagles ticking on all cylinders. But yeah, I like it. Vic Fangio tree. Plucking someone away from the Eagles is also good. So yeah, I like it a lot. But we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, it just depends on You know, no, I think the Cowboys hit on a lot of good drafts. I feel like a lot of the Cowboys drafts have been very well. They draft well. I mean, if you think about it, I'll pull it up here. Last 20 first rounders. There's obviously, I think there's a lot of picks that they don't hit on, but that's every team. I don't think every team. Tyler Booker was very good. Tyler Guyton was very good. They missed on Mozzie Smith. Tyler Smith was very good. Micah Parsons, CD, Leighton Vander Esch was good before he he had that stinger. Taco Charlton was a miss. Zeke, Byron Jones was good. Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, Morris Claiborne wasn't very good. Tyron Smith, that was their last 14 first rounders.
And they're also like, the Cowboys drafted the most all-pro team players.
4, 5,
Chiefs,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that's 10 good draft picks in the first round out of 14. I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. The Mozzie Smith pick wasn't good, but I think they've drafted 3 offensive linemen in the last 4 years, and all 3 of them are good. Tyler Smith is one of the best guards in the league. Tyler Guyton is good, and Tyler Booker is one of the best guards in the league already. So, yeah, but that's the thing though, is the Cowboys have 2 first rounders this year. Those are going to be the things those are going to be the guys that are actually making an impact. Year one. I mean, their quarterback, to be fair, was a 4th round pick. He's their starting quarterback. He's a very good one. Even if you don't like Dak, you can't say that he's a bad quarterback. He's a good quarterback. But yeah, they have to hit on those 2. 2 good defensive picks in the first round. First round will really help this defense. If they get 2 good guys in the first round, will help this defense a lot. Specifically in the secondary, right? If Caleb Downs is somehow available. But yeah, I'm not worried about the 12 pick. I'm more worried about the other one. I forgot the exact number. I'll pull it up here real quick. Pull up the right one. So they have 12 and 20. So the 12 and 20. So, you can either, if you don't like who's available at 12, you can trade down and get more draft capital. Like I said, David Bailey, Sonny Siles, Caleb Downs, that corner from Tennessee, I forgot his name. Just hit on those 2 and give Christian Parker actual personnel. If you give him actual personnel, I feel like he will actually be able to do well and actually be able to play well. I mean, I think Trayvon Diggs was a very good 2nd round draft pick, and then he tore his ACL, and he has not been the same since. But I think he was very good before he tore his ACL. So
now he's cooked now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dak in Pittsburgh would be a lot better than what's been there for the last couple of years. I mean, I think Dak's at least a top 15 quarterback. I think that's very, very okay to say. And some people think he's top 10, right at the bottom of top 10, which is also very reasonable.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. And then speaking of Pittsburgh, we'll just move right on into here. The Steelers hired Mike McCarthy as their head coach. What are
Okay. So you let go of Mike. So here's the deal. Okay. We had guests on a couple of weeks ago, guys. If you watched that episode, shout out to Ola and David. They were saying this, Nick, that Mike McCarthy was a good coach. Super Bowl champion. Dak Prescott had his best year, arguably his best year under Mike McCarthy. 12-5 record seasons. Okay. So here's my pushback on that. Number one, for the Super Bowl ring. Okay. He had a freaking prime Aaron Rodgers, who is a freaking elite quarterback, a top 5 QB of all time. That's who his quarterback was. He sucks. Aaron Rodgers said his own words. He has the worst football mind ever. And they let him go. They got Matt LaFleur. And after that, they got him. And he done a lot better. Let's go to Cowboys for a second. Okay, the Cowboys. The first year I'll give you a bye. It was COVID year. Dak was hurt. he broke his leg broke his leg. I'll give you that bye. Second year against the Niners, you know what happened? Time management was terrible,
So
and
bad.
they could have won the game. Could have won the game. They actually won the game. You know what happened? Time management happened. The year next year, they had on the last drive, some stupid drive happened where it was Zeke playing quarterback, and everybody was like, "I'm like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all selling the game for on purpose?"
No, Zeke was center. He was playing
The
center.
dude was playing center. That's a good head coach. Are you freaking kidding me? The next year after that, in the postseason, you know what happened? Jordan Love cooked us, and Mike McCarthy's like this, like all loss. They got blew up by 47 points, basically. You let go of Mike Tomlin, left, and you get Mike McCarthy. Oh my gosh, bro! If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I retire. Retire,
Yeah.
bro. Freaking retire, bro. You just retire. Don't.
It's not ideal.
There's no,
It's not
there's no
ideal.
point coming back. There's no point coming back. He hates Mike McCarthy, by the way. He said it. He's had a terrible. He's a terrible football mind. He's a terrible football mind. A terrible football mind. That's from Aaron Rodgers, by the way. Okay. That's from Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, one good year back in 2010. That was literally 16 years ago. 16 years ago, I was 7 years old and I was 8 years old. This is not a good move for the Steelers. Dude, I just can't, bro. Go on, Nick. I can't. This is the stupidest thing for the Steelers.
Okay, so you fire Mike Tomlin, who, you know, I think a lot of people soured on him towards the end of his time in Pittsburgh, but he's undoubtedly a Hall of Fame head coach. He's a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Mm-hmm.
He has never had a losing season. I know some people think it's overrated, but he's still never had a losing season. And you replace him with somebody we know is not a good head coach. Yeah, he stepped down.
He would have gotten fired, dude.
I think he was going to get fired anyways, and he stepped down. It's neither here nor there. He's no longer with the team. So you let this guy go, or he walks away from it. One of the ways, maybe he just is sick of it. He decides to leave. I think either way, his time in Pittsburgh was coming to an end, whether this season or next, whenever it was going to happen sooner or later. And you replace him with a guy we know is not a good head coach.
Mm-hmm.
He is still riding the high of prime Aaron Rodgers carrying him to a Super Bowl. I've had the unfortunate, I definitely wouldn't say pleasure, the unfortunate torture of having to watch a Mike McCarthy head coach team every single weekend. His clock management is horrific. His game plan is horrific. He seemingly can't motivate a paper bag to stay closed. He has no backbone. He's not a leader of men. He when he calls the plays, he has Zeke at center. Halfway through one of those seasons, he took over the play calling. I forgot who from in Dallas, and
it was Kellen Moore.
Was it Kellen Moore?
Yeah,
and he just sucked. He's just bad. You have all these different things. I just don't see, regardless of how you feel about Mike Tomlin towards the end of his time, he was not a mismanager of the clock. He was a leader of men, and he developed good game plans. He hasn't had a good quarterback in 30 years. I'm obviously being hyperbolic. He's not had a good quarterback since Big Ben. Okay. I don't know what you're supposed to do with Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Mason Rudolph. You haven't had a good quarterback since Big Ben. You get Aaron Rodgers when he's 600 years old. I think Aaron Rodgers played well this year. He's too old. He's just too old. It's not going to work anymore.
He ain't the same guy anymore.
He's obviously not the same guy anymore. So it's obviously going to be hard to get back to Super Bowl when you don't have a top flight quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think his coaching drug some of those teams, probably to the dismay of some Steelers fans, to winning records because they'd rather be a little worse, miss the playoffs, get a better draft pick, maybe be able to draft a quarterback. But instead, he's always 9-8 or better each year. So you're going to get a mid-tier draft pick each year. So he's very good. Obviously, I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And you replace him with a guy who we know is not a good head coach. He's just not. Mike McCarthy's not a good head coach. It's mind-boggling. It's very interesting. I don't know how Mike McCarthy is still getting head coaching jobs, but more power to him, I guess. Good luck. That's all I can say is good luck. And hopefully the only thing I think that the Steelers fans can hold on to, maybe, just maybe you get a really good offensive coordinator or something like that down the line. And he covers up. I think that's what happened to Sirianni over in Philadelphia. Is he had Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, who were two of the best coordinators in the league, and they're able to kind of carry him. And you saw what happened without Ben Johnson, how that offense looked. So again, I don't know. It's crazy. It's whatever, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's definitely interesting. But we're gonna move on, guys. We're gonna move on to some NBA. I wish all Steelers fans the best. Good luck, because watching Mike McCarthy, when y'all are down 14 after you just gave up a wide open touchdown, and the camera pans to your head coach, and he's going,
yeah,
you're gonna want to throw something through your monitor or your TV or whatever you're watching on, because it is so disheartening to see your head coach not know what's going on. But yeah. So we're going to move on to some NBA real quickly here. We'll breeze through some of these pretty fast. But there was, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. We got to talk about the Jeannie Buss article. Dude, just take it.
Okay.
Just take it.
So I'm not going to rage bait you, bro. I actually agree with you about this a lot, actually.
Okay.
So Jeannie Buss writes an article saying that LeBron came in, he was too much involved in the franchise. That he didn't like.
This is 2022 is when this was like allegedly happening, by the way. So.
Yeah. That he didn't like how he came back from his savior, the other franchise and whatnot. And so basically he's mad at LeBron. She doesn't like LeBron at all. Okay. So here's the deal. This is Jeannie Buss. Respectfully, you're wrong about this. The Lakers were irrelevant. They were irrelevant after Kobe Bryant retired. I don't want to hear about Lonzo Ball. Don't want to hear about that crap. His dad was a rage baiter. Big time. A huge rage baiter. A big one. He's worse than Skip Bayless. So that's how bad of a rage baiter he was. He's saying Lonzo Ball is better than LeBron James 1-on-1. He'll cook him. Okay, but that's whatever. Okay. So, top of that, y'all hadn't won championship in 10 years. 10 years, dude, with Kobe Bryant and his team, with Phil Jackson. The year prior, y'all got swept by the Mavs. I get it. He tore his Achilles. He wasn't the same after that. I think with today's technology, he probably would have been a lot better. And if he had 2020 technology, he would have been like probably the same guy as he was in his prime.
At least close to it.
But not like close, not like where he was, but close to it. Tore his Achilles. That happened. You know, he popped his Achilles. His career was done after that. I knew he was going to retire. As a little kid, I cried. I knew he was going to retire. I knew he was. That's what happened at one point. So, and then he said Russell Westbrook was involved in it. That he said that Clutch Sports and all that stuff was like, all weird about it. Jeannie Buss, respectfully, your team was terrible before LeBron came. LeBron came and brought relevancy to the Lakers. He said it himself. The Lakers are known for being in the media. They're relevant. They have a good brand. You know, I bet you Lakers fans were like, if you look at the games back then, they were like dead. No one was watching the Lakers. They sucked. They actually sucked. They were awful. LeBron brings back in 2020 bubble, and regardless what would have happened in 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic, they would have won a chip. They would have won it no matter what happens. They were that good in the Western Conference. So, the Buzz family, since Jerry Buzz died, they been irrelevant till LeBron came. And then I know the brothers were working for Genie, and they were probably doing it on purpose to kind of make Genie look bad on the trades and whatnot. Well, Genie Buzz fired them, so the Buzz family as a whole is basically gone. Genie's still governor of the Lakers, so she's still basically the last word in it. I know they got new ownership now, but come on, Genie. You know darn well that LeBron came in and you're just mad for no reason. He saved your freaking legacy, bro. He saved the Buzz family legacy. If it wasn't for him, he probably would have sold Lakers a long time ago. That's how bad y'all were. There's a reason why Matthew Johnson left the Lakers back in 2019. There's a reason for that. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why Jerry West doesn't want nothing to do with y'all before he died. God rest his soul. There's a reason why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar doesn't want nothing to do with y'all because y'all just suck. Y'all suck before LeBron came. So that's how it is, bro. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's just so dumb how Jenny Buzz is mad over LeBron. Like, dude, you were hugging LeBron. He had your chest you had your head on his chest, and now you're mad at him, bro. Are you mad Savannah? Are you mad Savannah has him? Are you that mad Savannah James has him, bro? Are you that in love with LeBron? You're mad because it's either that or you're just jealous of Savannah having LeBron. It's one of the two, bro. It's one of the two. It has to be. There's no way in heck this chick is mad for the rest of the article for interviews with ESPN writer. That's the stupidest comment I've heard from Jenny Buzz. That he was more involved in it. Like, shut up, bro. Your team sucked till LeBron came to the Lakers. They were irrelevant. Shaq didn't want nothing to do with y'all. Kobe Bryant didn't want nothing to do with y'all after he retired. Because y'all are stupid. There you go. Go ahead, Nick. What's your thoughts on this, bro?
Okay. I'm going to go quick. You took a lot of what I was going to say.
I do think she's cute.
Okay. Hey, Amish, what's up, man? It's good to see you, man.
Thank you, Amish.
Glad you're in here. Okay. So after this was 2012, 2013. This was 2 years after they had 3 years after the last championship the Lakers had won. Kobe got hurt, right? So they go 27-55, miss the playoffs. 21-61, miss the playoffs. 17-65 and miss the playoffs. 26-56 and miss the playoffs. 35-47 miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
LeBron joins. They go 37-45 with a kind of a weird roster.
And he was playoffs. Hurt too.
And he was hurt. Then they get AD. They go 52-19. They win the championship game. So they win the championship. So that's 5 years of complete mediocrity and not even close to playoff appearances, and no one cared about them and this or that, to immediately finals contenders as soon as they had a well-constructed roster. And they've only missed the playoffs once since then, in a year that LeBron missed most of the time in 22. That was when Solomon Hill performed an act of terrorism and somersaulted into LeBron's ankle. But since then, they have not missed the playoffs. They've gone to the conference finals. And yeah, I just don't think that it carries any weight. So I don't even think I'm going to. You said pretty much everything I was going to say. So, but yeah, speaking of the Lakers, we'll stay here. It is the 6-year anniversary of Kobe's passing. He's been gone for 6 years. It's pretty crazy. But what are your – I'll give you this one because Kobe is, I think, your favorite player. I don't think you have him as the the greatest of all time, but he is your favorite player. So what are your top 5 Kobe moments that you can remember?
So I didn't grow up watching it the early 2000s with him and Shaq. I was conceived in my mom's womb. Um, okay, okay. So my favorite matchups for sure. My favorite moments were for sure.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
So here's the deal.
Dude.
Here's the deal about this. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But it was true though.
You're good, bro.
I wasn't born yet. That's all you gotta know. I wasn't born yet. So I did watch Kobe Bryant from 2008 to whenever he retired. My top 5 moments were probably when 81 point game for sure. It's up there. That's number 1. No, number probably top 5 probably. I think one that for sure is when it was back into when he won his 2 without Shaq. I was actually in El Paso watching the finals with my cousin, who's a Lakers fan at the time. We were watching against the Magic, and that was a wholesome moment. And then 2010, obviously with the Celtics, that series was physical. It was a pretty physical basketball team. There was physical series overall, and Tony Allen was playing. They were playing physical basketball. So that fact, by the way, 90s fans, that's physical basketball. 2010 NBA Finals. Go watch that series. That's physical basketball. So yeah, that was physical basketball. After that, I'd probably say the 60-point game. I watched that in my room. His speech too, I cried because it was probably I wouldn't see him ever again as a Laker or a player. And it was kind of like, man, that's just crazy that he retired. I actually didn't believe it until he actually did it. The farewell tour obviously was great. People loved him. I think another one too is underrated for me. It's probably all of the LeBron matchups. Him and LeBron go at it. In my opinion, LeBron's even said it himself. That's probably the hardest player he's ever guarded was Kobe Bryant, besides Stephen Curry. LeBron said that Kobe Bryant would go after him, and they were teammates. Another one too is the teammates together they had too. Him and LeBron team going head to head too was one of my favorites too because, in my opinion, no disrespect to Tim Duncan or Kevin Durant, I think LeBron and Kobe are 2 of the best players in this generation, and Generation Z, because they were top of the game, of their game. LeBron was in Miami and Cleveland. Kobe Bryant was still in his prime before his Achilles injury, and it's crazy that it's been 6 years since he died. It's crazy it's been 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, now I'm watching their games, and I think one that now that I've watched on YouTube is probably the 2003 against the Knicks when Kobe Bryant had 46 points. When he said now that it's my turn, it's my team now. That was the factor right there that he said that was his team. So that was pretty cool too. So that's my top 5 moments of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I mean, those are all good. Contrary to popular belief, I am a Kobe Bryant fan. I like Kobe a lot. I base a lot of what I do in my game, my personal game, off of Kobe. I watched a lot of his tape growing up, and because he was never when he was when he shaved after Froby, right? After Froby, he played with more finesse and skill rather than athleticism. He'd still yam it every now and then, of course, but he developed into more of a post player, more of a footwork guy. And I've never been able to dunk, so I developed. I couldn't look at LeBron and say, "I'll play like LeBron. I'll hit my head on the rim and dunk so hard it's the same speed and velocity as a Black Hawk helicopter propeller swinging around." And I'm not even making that up. That's a sports science thing. They did a whole thing on it, so I can't do that. So I watch Kobe and base a lot of what I do off of Kobe, and I think for me, I was thinking about all these different moments, trying to figure out one in specific. I did dunk 2 nights ago. It was on a 7-foot rim. I was trying to think of a moment. I'll do one moment in particular that stands out the most. And honestly, funnily enough, it's not 81 points. It's not 60 and 3/4 in the Garden. It's not his his back-to-back championships. It's none of those. It was him standing up and shooting the free throw after he tore his Achilles, because he's always been tough. He's always been extremely gritty and tough-minded and dedicated, and his dedication to the game, his dedication to his craft, and his dedication to his team to be able to get up and do that after tearing his Achilles, knocking down the free throw, and then walking off. That was Kobe to me, right? In a nutshell. Yeah. Travis did tear his ACL in Kobe's, which is kind of funny, but yeah, that was it for me.
I think it's crazy. I think one too that I think it's crazy to me is that the guy fought Shaq in the practice, dude. That's crazy. He fought when he threw blows with Shaq, bro. That's something that you never heard of Shaq. And Shaq's a big guy. That's something that's Kobe Bryant though. He's a different breed. He was a different breed.
Yeah, he was a different breed. He was a really very, very dedicated, and there's a word I'm trying to think of that it's like a very simple word that I just can't think of, but he had that intensity and that desire and passion for the game. And the game misses him a lot. And
I think after he retired, he was probably one of the best family men out there. I know he's went through a lot in his younger self, and he wanted to be better. He wanted to be a better dad to his kids, and it's crazy that his daughters too has been dead too for that long too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know exactly how old she would be, but she'd probably be pretty close to college at this point, which is crazy. And everyone said she was very good and she was going to be a good basketball player. So it's probably a tough day for the Bryant family, and hopefully they're able to get through it and all that. But the game misses you, Kobe, and he's a great basketball player, one of the best to ever do it. So we're going to move on real quickly here to an interesting game pulled up here. It's actually I kind of do want to talk about it, so I'm glad you pulled it up here. Me and Trey did throw back some messages back and forth about this game, but it's interesting if the Pelicans versus the Spurs. Not really one of those games you'd think that we'd talk about, but it was because Zion Williamson played very well in this game. He's very efficient, and he was kind of bullying Wemby. I don't know if you guys have had the chance to watch that game, or
I watched it today. I watched it.
Watch its highlights or whatever, but he was kind of bullying Wemby, dunked on Wemby. He was driving on Wemby. So if Zion Williamson can stay healthy, can stay in shape. So it's a two-part question. Do you think he's an underrated player? And do you think if he's able to stay in shape and actually develop his game rather than just being injured and going through rehab over and over and over, do you think he could be a superstar in this league given what you've seen so far?
I actually think so. I was a big fan of Zion Williamson in high school. When he was in high school and in college, he was a beast. I know that. I think that if he didn't get hurt, he probably would have won the national championship back in 2018. But he wore Kyrie's too, so that's unfortunate for him. But I think he's an underrated player big time. This Zion Williamson is averaging 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 57% from the field.
He's always very efficient. Yeah,
he's pretty good. I think that I think he could be a superstar if he stays healthy and stay in shape and not eat McDonald's every day and be on a diet and nutrition, because it's not like people that are bodybuilders and working out. It's like you're running up and down the court and it can affect you. I mean, look at Luka. Luka was he couldn't run that far off the court. He was always getting hurt because he was out of shape. I think Zion probably talked to Chuck and Shaq, because Chuck and Shaq know what it's like to run out of shape when they're in their careers. He probably talked to them. Probably did. And Zion's a baller though. I think if he stays healthy, he could be a top 10 player in the league. He's that good. He's so physical, he's strong, and he don't play games, dude. He's a baller, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he bullied Wembanyama, by the way. He's been really good in season 2. And the fact that Zion Williamson was bullying him yesterday, that's something you don't see every night.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't see Wimby dealing with that.
Because he'll block you in the paint.
Yeah, Zion's not that tall, but he's just so strong and big that it's really hard to deal with him when he gets going. But I do think he has the potential to do that. He was obviously one of the more touted first round picks coming out of the draft, and he has that ability to score in the paint at will. If he can stay healthy, if he can stay injury free, if he can stay in shape, if he can stay locked in on the game, I think he could definitely be a top 10 player for sure. So it was fun watching him play yesterday, though, man. He was balling, dude. I mean, he was dunking on Wimby. Like, nobody goes in the paint like that against Wimby. But Zion Williamson has done it. It seems like the guys that Wimby has struggled with in the paint have been the guys that are big and strong and physical. Mitchell Robinson in the New York Knicks is another one of those guys that gives him trouble. But Zion at his height, giving him that much trouble, that's pretty crazy. So,
and Zion said on his press conference that he ain't scared of Wemby. That's what you gotta do. I've heard players who say that when you're going against Wembanyama, you gotta attack him. You can't be scared of him.
Yeah, no, you can't be scared of Wemby. You can't be you can't like fear his size in the paint, right? So tall, his arms are so long. You can't be scared to get in the paint and tangle with him, and Zion gets in there, puts a body on him, throws up nasty dunks. So yeah, I'd like to see Zion be able to develop more and, maybe be able to become what we thought he was going to become outside of college. So, but yeah, we'll stay over here kind of in the basketball realm real quickly. So AD, Rich Paul's told the Mavs that he wants AD to be traded before the trade deadline. Who do you think should try to get AD, and who do you think AD will actually end up going to?
So I think he should go to Minnesota. I think Edmund I think Edmund's having a good career, good career to today's game. Good year, my bad. I meant to say that. Good year so far. And Julius Randle ain't like that. And Julius Randle was good last season, but he hasn't been that productive. I think that to get AD, I think it will help a lot for Ant-Man to develop a Batman. Because AD didn't want to go to the Mavs. That's why he doesn't really care about the game like he's still on the court. I mean, dude, this guy didn't even try against Wembanyama in the first game. He wasn't even trying. He was not happy there. He's not happy there, period. And I think if I'm the Minnesota, I think you should trade Randall or put some draft picks in there and go to Minnesota and help Batman win the chip. Because what the Wolves need is spacing, a lot more spacing than you think they do. He has to McDaniel would keep him, but probably trade DiVincenzo. Try to trade Rudy Gobert. Try to put some first round picks in there, and try to put more spacing out for Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, I like the Wolves pick. I mean, we don't know if he's actually going to get traded. The Mavs might just stand pat unless they get a good deal. I think a team like that, a team that's missing one piece, the Warriors could use him too. I just don't know if the Warriors have the trade capital to get him there. There is a team that really needs a big guy who is physical and can block shots. The Lakers could use a guy like that.
Dude, DeAndre Ayton would look terrible on Saturday. So yeah,
dude, DeAndre Ayton has been playing really poorly as of late. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. So, kind of staying in this trade realm, Giannis is out with a calf strain. I believe it's calf strain. I don't remember.
Calf sprain.
It's calf strain. He's out for a while. I think he said 5 to 6 weeks. I got a report on my phone a couple of days ago that apparently the Bucks are now not totally against trading him, and then it might be the best for both sides. So if Giannis got traded, where do you think the best place for him to go would be?
Okay. I might be a little biased, but I'm still Lakers, bro. Because here's the deal, bro. Lakers need help big time on wing sides, bro. I mean, Luka, And no offense, the bench is good. The bench is terrible for Lakers. I think they made loss based in big time. DeAndre Ayton was like looked terrible on Saturday night. I think but I want him to see him go with Lakers overall. Him, Luka, and LeBron. You know, the Thunder. I don't know about the Thunder and Travis. I don't think that'd be a good. I mean, it could happen, but they have to trade a lot of their key players.
They have to trade like a lot of their draft picks, which I don't know if Sam Presti wants to do that.
No, he ain't gonna do that, bro. Spurs, I can see the Spurs too with him and Wemby.
I would like the Spurs.
I like this. That would be a good. Actually, would be a good pick for the Spurs. But
yeah,
I'm gonna say Lakers because I'm biased.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like. I mean, I don't know who the Lakers would trade in that. It'd have to be centered around Austin Reeves and whatever remaining picks they have for sure. But realistically, I mean, I don't think he's going to go to the Hawks. I mean, okay, you're just. There's zero chance that Giannis is going to the Wizards. He'd die before he went there.
He would.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the Wolves would also be another good place for him. Yeah. Him and Ant-Man would be crazy. And I think they could give up a decent package, centered around draft picks, DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, kind of just the Karl-Anthony Towns trade all over again. But yeah, I think the Spurs or the Timberwolves would probably be the most realistic and the most helpful of where he went. Yeah, FC Barcelona. Exactly. Yeah. So we're going to switch over to some college basketball. We're going to talk about a little bit of college basketball real quickly here. Texas Tech, my team, my guys, they have been making some noise as of late in the basketball world. So a couple weeks ago, I had the great pleasure of watching them beat Trey's favorite team, BYU. They did really well versus AJ DeBensta. He really did. He scored 13. He was on 6 of 17 shots, played really poorly, held him pretty well, won by 13. Then a couple days ago on Saturday, they knocked off number 4 Houston 90-86. They scored 90 on one of the best defenses in the entire country. JT Topham with 31 and 12. He's an early player of the year candidate. Jalen Petty added 18. Donovan Atwell added 18. Christian Anderson at 12 and 9. Really good overall performance from the team. But yeah, how are you feeling about them Red Raiders so far, Trey? I know they beat your favorite team, but how are you feeling?
Number one, they're not my favorite team, BYU.
It's his favorite team, guys.
No, it's not. But I think Texas is really good, bro. I think Texas is really good. Do you have good bench? Do you also have good good players?
Josiah Mosley coming back too off the bench will help a lot. He's a big guy, plays good defense, physical. He had 6 points and 6 rebounds in 10 minutes of play. Tyree Bryan played pretty well as well. So as these guys continue to get healthier and the bench does get deeper, adding a couple more guys, I think it's going to be even better. And then the big guy, Luke Bamgaboye, I don't know how to say his name. I butchered it, but he will probably be back next game. That'll help as well, some size. But yeah, pretty good.
I mean, I think they beat Houston too, so Houston's a good basketball score too, especially in the storm like it was Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday in Lubbock. That's crazy that stadium was so packed. Tech basketball is really good this year, man. I think this is one of their best chances winning it all this year.
Yeah, I think they have a good chance. They play a really tough division. I think the Big 12 is the toughest basketball division, or conference, whatever, same thing. It's a tough conference, and I think they will be battle tested before the tournament, because already they've played Illinois, Duke, Arkansas, Utah, or not Utah, because Utah sucks, Houston, and BYU. Yeah. So they've played 5 ranked teams already. They have beaten 3 of them. Duke, Houston, and BYU. They lost to Illinois and Arkansas, but that was earlier in the season. So I think they're going to be battle tested. They play Kansas very soon on the February 2nd. So playing a bunch of really, really good teams early, but beating Duke, beating Houston, beating BYU, those are all really, really big wins that prove this team is very, very good. And JT Toppin's an early player of the year candidate. So Who is Nolan Groves? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, he's asking. He's not a Tech basketball fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's a fake Tech football fan, but at least he just admits he's not a Tech basketball fan, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm a good Tech. I've been a Tech fan since I was a kid.
No, he's an Alabama fan and a BYU fan for basketball.
I'm a UNC
So
fan.
it's Alabama for football, BYU for basketball. So that being said, we're going to talk about your favorite team. They are playing the number one team in the country right now, Arizona. Arizona's up 55-41. This is at home.
Yeah, AG has 15 points. He's doing good so far, but it's just that Arizona's a good team, bro.
Arizona's the best team in the country. This is not. If you lose to Arizona, you are not a bad team. I don't care.
Arizona's really good.
They're really, really, really good. They're really deep. They're really well coached. They have great defense. They have great scores. They've been number one in the nation for 7 weeks in a row.
I wish they play Bryce James more because I want to see Bryce.
Bryce James is not good enough to play a singular minute of basketball for Arizona. I'm sorry, bro. He's not good enough.
I mean, Arizona's really good, dude. You're a deep team, bro. They might look to win it all, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
They're really good. They are definitely the favorite to win it all. They have looked dominant against everybody they've played against. So they kind of remind me of that UConn team from a couple of years ago that beat Purdue. Just because they're so deep. They have so many good players. They're 8 deep or 9 deep. And in college basketball, that's really hard to come by. So, yeah, I do like them a lot. I don't like that we have to play them, but I do like that team a lot. It's a really good basketball team. So, and I guess we'll talk about your second favorite basketball team.
Okay, this is my favorite basketball team, actually.
UNC, your second favorite college basketball team.
UNC won against West Virginia.
It was just Virginia. It's just
West
Virginia,
Virginia.
not West Virginia.
West Virginia.
It was just Virginia. They did not play against West Virginia.
I know.
You don't even know who they played against, bro. Thank you for proving my point.
No. Okay, I've been watching Caleb Wilson, though. Caleb Wilson is an underrated player. I will admit.
Yeah, Caleb Wilson is very, very good. He's a very good player. I'm surprised you even know his name, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. Come on, bro. I'm a UC fan all day.
You're a BYU fan with a sprinkle of UNC every now and then. He only put UNC on here because I said BYU's his favorite team, and I've been saying it. But no, UNC's good. They're 16-4. They're ranked 16th in the nation.
I don't think. One more thing. Here's the deal. I don't think this team's better than 2017 UNC. That's blasphemy. So
who said that? Nobody said that.
I saw on TikTok. Someone said that on TikTok, bro.
They're stupid. They're stupid. That's not real.
Someone said that. I got mad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Your second favorite team is pretty good.
Our favorite team, bro. I think this team is not even better than 2016 UNC either, but I think they'll make some noise. They
could make some noise. I think anyone with a good player and a good supporting cast can make some noise in the tournament. It's college basketball, dude. March Madness. Anything can happen in March, dude. Yeah. We've seen it. Anything can happen in March.
I'm gonna go see a game soon, bro.
I would love to go see. Where's the tournament happening this year?
I'm gonna be in Virginia in March. That's spring break week. So hopefully, I'm gonna go try to see it. I'm gonna see what March.
So the Final Four is going to be in Indianapolis. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I had the pleasure to go to 2 Tech games, BYU and Houston. Winning both of those games is pretty awesome. The amount of people there during a snowstorm on Saturday was very, very impressive. That place was bumping. Me and Travis had some really good seats. Shout out to my boy Travis for funding those. He's just super rich, so he takes care of all that for us. He's like my sugar daddy. So shout out to Travis.
So I found the 2026 schedule. So the first 4 will be in Ohio. So then the 19th to the 22nd will be in Chicago and Houston, San Jose, and DC. I'm gonna go to one in DC. I'm gonna go to one in DC.
Houston, huh? I wonder if I could go catch a game down there in Houston.
I'm gonna see a game in DC. I'm gonna be down there.
Pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. So, we'll see. I'm really excited for college basketball this year. The Tech team has gotten a lot better as of late, and hopefully they will continue to get better as they get healthier. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We're going to swing over to golf real quickly here, guys, before we wrap up. Brooks Koepka is making his comeback at the Farmers Insurance Open. Shout out Farmers Insurance. They are my employers, and they're hosting the tournament that Brooks is coming back to. It's pretty cool. But yeah, he's coming back. He's paired with Ludwig Oberg and Max Homa. I think it's a pretty good grouping. But what do you think? I mean, I doubt he'll have the juice to actually win, because it's been a while since he's played actual golf for winning outside of majors. But do you think he has a chance to win this weekend?
Heck yeah, he does, bro. I think he's gonna take it personal. He's gonna take it personal, bro. He's gonna take it personal against the league. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna show you all what's up, bro. I'm back on the tour now. Scotty Scheffler, I ain't scared of you. He said Tiger Woods back in 2019. I ain't scared of Tiger Woods. What's he gonna do? Hit me? That's what Brooks said. That's what Brooks said in the press conference. He said that.
Yeah,
Brooks
I mean,
funny, bro.
He is funny, and Scotty just won the American Express Invitational, so he did win his 20th.
Tying Tiger Woods.
He's the second youngest to do it. The second youngest to do it to Tiger Woods. He's one of only a couple guys to have 20 wins. He also passed 100 million career earnings as well. So yeah, he's looking really good. I'm interested. I don't think he's playing this weekend at the Farmers, which sucks, because I would have loved to see him and Brooks go at it. But
yeah, I know he's probably playing next week. It was also playing next week too. The Waste Management too.
Yeah. Brooks is going to really get going. But I like Farmers because it's a Torrey Pines. Torrey Pines is one of my all-time favorite courses. It's on a short list of courses I would actually love to play. And let me see here who's I want to check out the player field here. So Keegan Bradley, Wyndham Clark, Jason Day, Brooks Koepka, Hideki, Justin Rose, Xander, Adam Scott, JJ Spawn, Gary Woodland. Yeah, so no Scotty. No Scotty. Harris English, Max Homa, Luke Lewis, Jason Day, Justin Rose. It's a pretty packed, Patrick Cantlay. Oh God. Ludwig Oberg, Cam Young. There's a lot of really good players playing, but no.
Is Grant Horvath playing? He played last week.
He's not playing, bro.
He played last week at the Farmers.
That was different. This is an actual tournament. So.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, he got cooked. He was not doing good, bro. He was not doing good. He was so done, bro. He was cooked, bro.
Yeah.
He was not having it.
Let me see how he did at the American Express. He played at the Pro-Am. So he played at the Pro-Am. They had a Pro-Am before the actual tournament started, and Grant Horvath played in that. But
I don't think he played good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play good.
Yeah, he but it's tough. It's tough. So
right. Take the YouTube golf, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Brooks could win. It'd be awesome if he won. I'm really, really happy he's back on the tour. I know some guys on tour are upset that he got accepted back into the tour so easily. Womp womp. I think that these guys, if they want to come back, I think the PGA Tour knows they have to let them come back like this, or no one's going to want to come back. They're just going to stay on Live, and Live sucks so bad. And Scotty's not playing, bro.
That's crazy.
Scotty's not playing at the Farmers. So, I would love to see him win. I'd love to see him play well. He's probably not going to win, but I'd love to see him play well because, it's his first tour event back. I'm going to be watching. I'm super excited to watch. Obviously, I got to watch because Travis Scotty's not playing at the Farmers, bro.
He's not playing, yeah.
He's not playing at the Farmers.
Yeah, I bet Brooks is kind of mad about that. Brooks will take it even more personal now.
Yeah, I just saw that AJ DeBence just missed 2 free throws. But yeah, Brooks hopefully plays well. I hope he plays well. But
me too.
Do we really have to talk about this?
That's probably want it, bro. Okay. So Victor Cremona. Shout out to Victor Cremona. So he said, we're at the gym. He said, do you watch Diamond Gym? So I didn't know what that was. Never heard of it. But I've been watching it lately with Caddy, with all these content creation people, with like what's his name? The Asian guy, not Julian, something like that. AJ Brown, and some bodybuilders too. So here's the deal, okay? I think it's a good gym to work out in if you're like insane. But I'm not. I'm never going to do it. That's all I gotta say about that. It's a good gym though. I think they're all natty though.
Trey, none of them are natty, bro.
Dude, you know what's crazy, dude? This is the craziest part about this gym. So after every set, you gotta do 35 push-ups. If you mess up, you gotta do 50 burpees. You gotta go run.
Dude, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
You can't drink water. You're
It's
living
so dumb.
Hey man, look at Unk though. 31 years.
Yeah, bro. They're all on steroids, Trey.
I don't know about Unk.
See, I almost got knocked out by my mic. My mic's trying to get away from this horrible conversation. Yeah, they're all on roids. It's a stupid gym. It's a stupid way to train. If you actually want to learn how to train, do not watch Diamond Gym or you will end up hurt because you don't take steroids and you will not be able to lift for 4 days afterwards because you don't take steroids and you'll actually have to recover at a normal pace and you will not get gains. You will actually just injure your joints. You will not see muscle mass. You will just see increased icy hot stuff on your body because everything hurts because you're training poorly. You're not going to get any strength gains. It's just a horrible way to train. Don't do it. So that's all
I'm not saying that I don't do it. I'm saying though, I think things interesting, pretty cool, and funny a little bit. It's funny, dude.
It's funny. It's an entertainment show. It's not a way to train. I'll give you that.
But AJ Brown did it though.
Good for him. He's got CTE, so
yes.
They all have CTE. Everyone in the NFL has CTE, bro.
Okay.
All of them have CTE.
Okay, how about who you think can last in it in the NFL?
Who can last in the Diamond Gym?
Yeah.
All of them, bro.
How about David Goggins?
Duh. Bro,
dude,
the Diamond Gym, I saw Matt Rife doing
Matt Rife
90? Probably, but dude was doing not even a half rep. It was that you're doing nothing. You're just gonna tear your rotator cuff, bro.
Hey, I think it's a cool gym though. It's funny.
It's funny. It's funny. I'll give you that. It's funny.
Unk is hilarious, dude. He gets so mad easily. But Hattie's
funny. Hattie is not natty. Hattie is not natty. No. Trey, none of those guys are natty, bro.
I mean, AJ Brown's natty. He's in the NFL.
Okay, well, he was a guest.
I'll tell you what, though, that gym is crazy. I'll never do it. I promise you that.
Don't train that way, guys. Don't
I'm never. Hey, if those out there, you will never pay me $1 million. I will never do it.
I'd do it for $1 million.
No, you wouldn't, bro.
Dude, $1 million?
I wouldn't do it for $1 million, bro.
I would do it for $1 million so quickly. Are you kidding me? I don't care if I throw up $1 million, Trey.
Dude, I can't do it. You gotta give me you gotta make me see. The only way I'll do it if I get like to meet LeBron James or something like that. Other than that, I won't do it.
You'd rather meet LeBron than get $1 million?
Yes, bro. You would too, bro. You know it.
No, Trey, $1 million.
This is my personal point. Nick's not a true LeBron fan like I thought he was.
I'm just not a moron.
Dude, that's crazy.
If I had $1 million, I would just buy courtside tickets to a Lakers game and say, "What's up, LeBron?" and then drive home. Dude, Trey is on crack cocaine. $1 million, bro.
Do you think Hattie's natty though?
Hattie's not natty.
He says he is.
Okay, bro. Have you heard of lying?
I have.
All these guys are just liars.
I think
they all lie.
The twins are different on roids. There's nowhere that big, bro.
Dude, they're all liars. All
of them. Twins are not natural. I'll give you that.
No, they've talked about not being natural.
I know. I said that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, anyways, guys.
All right, guys. We're gonna get out of here. Exactly. I'm gonna buy courtside tickets and have $950,000 left, and I get to see LeBron. I'll sit right next to the Lakers bench too, or right behind us. Say, "What's up, Bron?" He'd be like, "What's up, man?" Because LeBron's got that sexy deep voice. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We gotta stop. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, all you guys who are in here in the chat. Travis, Aaron, and Amish, we appreciate you guys.
Giveaway next week, guys.
Giveaway next week. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for supporting. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on Apple Podcasts as well, as we've putting our episodes over there as well. So check us out over there. But yeah, we're really excited for the remainder of this year. We're excited for the Super Bowl and all the other stuff going on in sports. So have fun watching some college basketball. Have fun watching some golf if you like to do that. And F1 is right around the corner as well, guys. We're going to have F1 corner back as well. So
Travis, you don't want the money,
Oh.
bro. That's on you, brother. You don't want the money. I can send you story messages right now, but you don't want the money, bro. But yeah, that'll wrap us up, guys. Catch us on the
that'll wrap us up, guys.
podcast.
Yeah. That'll wrap us up, guys. We appreciate y'all very much. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you then.